Have you ever been stuck trying to figure out how to call a supers extension function in Kotlin? It can be quite the puzzle, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into this tricky topic and showing you exactly how to solve it. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you're coding and run into a syntax error that just doesn't make sense. You're not alone in this. Many developers face this challenge when working with Kotlin's extension functions. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, how can I call a supers extension function? They provided an example with a parent class and a child class, where the child class is trying to call the supers print function. Sound familiar? Let's break it down together. So, what's the issue here? In Kotlin, extension functions are resolved statically, meaning they don't behave like regular member functions. This can lead to confusion when trying to call a supers extension function from a subclass. Let's clarify this. And stick around. I've got a neat workaround at the end that will help you call supers extension functions without any hassle. To call a supers extension function in Kotlin, the user first needs to understand that extension functions are resolved statically. This means they do not behave like regular member functions. Therefore, the user cannot directly call the supers extension function using the super keyword. Next, the user can create a workaround by defining a regular member function in the parent class that calls the extension function. This allows the user to access the extension function through the member function. Then, the user should modify the child class to call this new member function instead of trying to call the extension function directly. This will allow the user to access the functionality of the supers extension function. Finally, the user can test the implementation to ensure that the extension function from the parent class is being called correctly when the print function in the child class is executed. Fun fact, did you know that Kotlin was designed to be fully interoperable with Java? This means you can mix and match both languages in your projects, which is pretty cool. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user explains that the print function is defined for the string type, not the parent class. Therefore, you cannot call super.print from the child class because there is no print function associated with parent. They also mention that Kotlin does not support this type of call. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. One user points out that currently you cannot directly call a supers extension function in Kotlin. They reference an issue in the Kotlin issue tracker. However, they provide a workaround. Instead of calling the supers extension function, you can create a separate method in the parent class to handle the print functionality. Here's the workaround I promised. Always remember to call the extension function using the class name of the superclass. This simple trick can save you from those pesky syntax errors. And there you have it. Now you know how to call a supers extension function in Kotlin without running into syntax errors. Remember, understanding how extension functions work is key to mastering Kotlin. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more coding tips. And don't miss our next video where we tackle another common Kotlin challenge.